Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes you wanna Alright, let's just go ahead and dive into this and unbox what is in here. I think it is 2 SD cards and something that's going to be a separate video for my router to increase the range of my Wi-Fi. Come on, open up. Open sesame. And I love this stuff, I really do. I keep this, and anytime I'm sending like a return back to Amazon or I'm shipping something, I put this in there, so it's very helpful to save that. Alright, so there's the antenna. It's a completely separate video. It's supposed to extend your Wi-Fi. People talk about how they're like able to pick up their internet down the block. So nice. And then these are the SD cards. I'm just gonna go ahead and open them up to see which one is which. There's that. Alright, so that's the 64 gig card. And that is the 16 gig card. Ooh, the 16 gig even comes with this little free download of Rescue Pro Deluxe. The 64 gig is for whenever I get like the Note 3 or any other HTC device that lets you put an external SD card in there. Because the biggest I've ever had was the 32, and I've had the same 32 gig card for over a year now, and I've had to format it 5 times because my phone would say there was errors on it and it needed to be formatted. I'd plug it into Windows or Linux and it would both tell me that this device needs to be formatted. So I'll never get another Lexar micro SD card again. That's for that. The video was mainly for this little guy right here, this little 16 gig Extreme Pro SD card. There you go. That is some crazy 95 megabytes per second speed. I do have some full-size SD cards. Like right now, what's in my DSLR is the same exact 95 megabytes per second, 64 gig card, but it's the full-size SD card. These SanDisk SD cards are so freaking fast. I even have the microSD version of it as well. And then I also have another Extreme Pro 32 gig inside my PowerShot. Extreme Pro is very, very nice. The SanDisk Extreme Pro SD cards are very, very important if you're someone that transfers a lot of footage and you need that footage to transfer as quick as possible. The full-size SD version will transfer a file from the SD card to my computer at about 63 megabytes per second, and then transferring it from my computer's SSD to the flash drive at about 72 to 77 megabytes per second. It matters because the quicker you can get that footage to your computer, the faster you can start editing it. I'm very, very impressed with the numbers that come out of this card, and so I'm hoping I get the same experience out of the microSD version of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my HTC One and... Well, wait a minute. You can't expand the storage on this thing. Never mind. I'm going to grab my S4 with the extended battery on it that I did a video that's exporting right now. You'll see that one before you see this one. Just go ahead and... Well, I just cut my nails earlier, so this is going to be fun. Sometimes it's nice having nails. But then you get comments of people bashing you about your nails being so long. So, take my 16 gig Extreme Pro card out of here. Just take it like that right there. And you slide it right in there. And right now I'm actually going to go to the Play Store. And there's this thing that I read about, SDTOOLE, or LS, SD Tools, right there. And then I'm going to install that, accept it, and then open it. Turn down my ISO to make the video a little easier to see. Well, I don't like it because it freaking degrades the lights, or whatever. Alright, so why isn't it not... There we go, external SD card. Alright, so we'll select that, and then now it says the current storage available, and start speed tests. Wow. Dude. I've never ran this before. I've never done it before. I just read comments on Amazon about it. So you're looking at a write speed of about 14.6 and a read speed of about 19.5. Now at this point in the video, I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my computer, and I'm going to copy a file from my laptop's SSD to this Extreme Pro SD card, and you're going to see that on the screen right now. Alright, so what you're seeing right now is 4 separate speed tests, all the same exact file. The top left one shows it going from the 64GB card to my computer's SSD. The video on the right shows it going from my computer's SSD to the microSD card. And the impressive thing that you're about to see is the bottom 2 things. The left one shows it going from the Extreme Pro SD card to my computer's SSD, and the one on the right shows it going from my computer's SSD to the microSD card. The bottom 2 screens are super impressive. I am beyond impressed by these cards. I just wish they had a larger size available, like maybe a 32 gig. If you're someone that finds yourself transferring video files from a micro SD card to your computer, such as the GoPro, I believe they use micro SD, I am not sure, but the quicker you can get those files to your computer, the faster you can start editing them. So if you find yourself transferring gigabytes of footage and you need it to transfer very fast, I highly recommend getting these cards, even though that they are smaller and they cost more. Just think, if you had the nice big 64 gig card, you're still waiting while the other guy with the 16 gig Extreme Pro card is already done. Alright, so I gotta do that one more time. We'll start it and let it run one more time since we've already ran it, and see if we get any kind of better speed. There's absolutely no way that this app is correct. I mean, you just saw the speeds of a file transferring from my computer's SSD to the microSD card, and from the microSD card to my computer's SSD. Plus also other people have reported the same exact thing as well, that the app is inaccurate. Alright, so it looks like we did get a better read speed, or at least I think it is. So all I'm going to do now is go to Menu, Settings, and find out, I think it's in More, Storage. And then go down here, and we're going to unmount that SD card. Press OK. It says it's unmounted. And at this point, we'll go ahead and put that 64 gig card in and go back to the speed tools thing, or SD tools, and see how fast it is with the 64 gig card in it. Alright, so one last time, we're just going to see the difference between the old one and the new one. We're going to go to Custom Path, and then we're going to go down here till we see Storage, and then at External SD, Select, and it says it right there, 59.45. That's crazy. I've never had a card that big in my phone before. Alright, so the write speeds are less, of course, about 5 megabytes less from what I remember, and the read speeds are actually on par. So let's go ahead and go back. It did this earlier too. Whenever I get it to come back up, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the SD tools and run that one last time and see if we get a little bit better speed. Alright, so it looks like it might be a little bit worse. So you'll see how fast the speeds were on both of these cards. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and give it a thumbs up. It helps out more than you probably know. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe for many more videos like this. I ordered the 3000 mAh battery for the Galaxy S4 from Zero Lemon. It doesn't increase the size of your S4 at all, and as soon as that thing comes, I'll do a video on it. And it even has a little charger so you can charge both batteries that it comes with. So that way you don't have to charge the batteries inside your phone and wear out your phone's USB port or your charger. So please subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you don't miss that video. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.